Good day, everyone. My name is Anthony Nathaniel, and in this particular episode of Data Processing for SS3, we are going to be dealing with presentation packages. Now, a presentation package is a special kind of software that is used to display information, usually in the form of a slideshow. Now, when we talk about slideshows, there are different forms of slideshows like this. We are going to be dealing with this topic in this video, and at the end of this video, you should be able to understand the meaning of presentation package. You should be able to mention the uses of presentation package and also the presentation packages that are used, and you should be able to apply it to solve problems. Now, basically, a presentation package is basically that application that kind of helps you when you want to present information to a large audience. Okay, say I want to kind of present my videos to an audience now, and I want to introduce my YouTube channel. So to a selected audience. Now, not online this time around. Now, what I will use, even if I wanted to do that online, it's possible. You can make use of presentation software, and you can turn that presentation into a video. You can save it into pictures or GIF. No matter what format you want to save your presentation, they are all possible. So presentation packages, they are kind of like, I would like to call them, they are kind of like diverse. They give us diverse ways of converting and using our files. So basically, there are different examples of presentation packages. Examples of that is a Microsoft PowerPoint, and it's kind of like, I would say is a Windows, is the Windows version, and it is kind of like the let's call it the industry standard, because apart from that, we also have others like Macromedia Flash, Windows Movie Maker. Now, but there's also the Apple version of the presentation. I've actually forgotten the name of that, but they all perform similar functions. So no matter what presentation it is, even the Apple version of a presentation package, theirs is very much similar to Microsoft and PowerPoint. So there are different features of these presentation packages. So they allow you to create slides. That is one feature. So basically, when you want to edit information, enter information into your cell, the basic into your your presentation, they allow you to create them in slides. So each of those slides, they are kind of like separate pages of related information. Then another importance is that they allow you to insert pictures. So I do that a lot. So you can see even the channel art of my YouTube channel, I did it using a presentation package. So I didn't make use of any advanced video editing software. So I'm not asking you to make use of your presentation package for video editing, but it gives you a very creative backdrop. So you can even start from the basics from there, and then you can pick up from there to the next graphic design application. So basically, we have, it's also used for the insertion of videos and audios. So presentation packages, you can use them to insert videos and audios of different topics that you want to talk about in your presentation. So it's kind of like very, very useful. Then we also have the animation. It is one of the features that distinguish presentation packages from others. Now, basically, animation is kind of like that feature of presentation packages that give them life. It kind of like converts them into kind of like a movie. It converts them into kind of like a fancy file that you can actually present in such a in such an it gives it an aesthetic property. You understand? So that is what animations do. And animations are kind of like creating motion effects on the slide. So we also have the slideshow. Slideshow is another feature of most presentation packages, and it allows you to see beforehand how your presentation is going to look. That's if you are presenting it in real world. So we also have this slideshow are used to view how the presentation will display when it is actually being shot, when it is actually being used in the so this is a feature very useful, and hopefully in a subsequent video, and if you want me to produce another video that's talking about presentation packages in more detail, you can tell me about that in the comment section of this video. But for now, this is basically what we'll be talking about. Now, we also have it, they are used for creating graphics. So presentation packages provide users with graphics in form of shapes that can create an object from scratch. Now, I would say presentation package is kind of like the most creative tool for data processing. Now, this this application is also a tool for processing data. So I don't know whether you've noticed, but over the past few episodes, we've been talking about these presentation packages spreadsheet packages, word processing packages, and so on and so forth. Now, what these have in common is that they are tools for processing data. So data processing has different elements. So when we begin to delve into each of them, you will begin to open new portals. So I like seeing this like kind of like a specialty within a specialty within another specialty, and so on and so forth. So when you talk about a course now, when you study a course in university, you have different branches of that course. Now, if you decide to take one branch, say let's assume you are studying medicine, you are a medical student, and let's assume you are trying to focus on the aspect of let's say bones, and you become an orthopedic doctor. Now, out of that orthopedic doctor, there are some doctors that deal with some specific bones in the body. Some deals with bones that are related to specific regions of the body. So that is called specialization. So that's the same thing for data processing. So as we move downwards into the processing loop, we get to different aspects. So who would have imagined that Excel would be a course on its own? Because I go online most of the time and I see in Udacity in most of these course offering apps like Allison, Udacity, and so on and so forth, and Coursera. They always some of them offer these courses, especially EDX and Udemy. So now these courses on Excel, most of you might not realize, but actually you are actually taking a course. You are taking a sub specialty in data processing. So that is just for you, those of you who don't know that. Now let's talk about how to use these presentation packages. Now this is kind of basically how the windows of a presentation package looks like. So basically this you still have your graphic user interface, you have your menu, your title bar, your menu bars, then your ribbons, and your working area, and so on and so forth. Now, basically, this area is the area where you would see your presentation. This is the first slide. So this is how to show when you are trying to present it. So basically, this is called kind of like this is the outline view of the whole stuff. Then you have the slide view. This slide view at the left side where you can switch between different slides, and so on and so forth. So basically, there are different features of these presentation packages. We have the Microsoft Office button. Then we have in the upper left corner of is the Microsoft Office button. You can use the menu to create a new file, open an existing file, save a file, and so on and so forth. So basically, that is the Office button, and it is common to Windows operating system. But when you are using a Mac, yeah, okay, yes, when you are using a Mac, you still see the same thing basically, because they are basically the same applications but on different operating systems. Now we also have the quick access toolbar. It is a kind of feature that allows you to quickly locate all those frequently used commands. Then we also have the title bar. The title bar displays the name of the presentation you're working with. Now the title bar is the first let's call it the first row of data you will see on a typical Microsoft Word application, or rather Microsoft application. So Microsoft application, I mean applications like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Access, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft, so on and so forth. So now we have the status bar, the tabs, and the view buttons. So this, you can see that this we still have the rulers here. These are the kind of rulers that we had in Microsoft Word. We are still having them here in presentation. So that shows that some of the skills that you acquire in using one Microsoft Office application, let's say Microsoft Word, if you acquire skills there, you can still transfer some of them to other Microsoft Word applications. So like your presentation, and especially between your Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Access. So they are kind of very similar. They both make use of rows and columns, right? So if you've been watching my videos, you would have understood when I talk about database management system and Excel or spreadsheet. Now each of these, because they are similar, they have the same kind of layout, but the only difference is in their function. Kind of like, let's call it kind of like the semantics of how they work. So basically, this is the layout. Now when you want to open a Microsoft PowerPoint application, you click on the start button to the bottom left of the Windows, and then you navigate to all programs, navigate to Microsoft Office, and click on the Microsoft Office PowerPoint. So that will launch the presentation package, and then from there you can create new files. So you basically make use of the normal shortcut like Control N for new files, so on and so forth. So basically, this is how it will show. Now you can see in the first slide we have some text and pictures. So there are ways of doing that. These are the different templates you can use when you are trying to create a presentation package. Now that is as far as we can go for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And hopefully, you'll see me next episode.